Well, welcome to another episode of the YGC Collective, the podcast. It's also our final episode. I am one of your hosts, Geovanna Burgess White, with my co-host, Yvette.
Valdenegro.
And look, we're together.
Oh my God. Never happens, but here we are.
No. So super excited to be here. I went back. We have been doing the show since May. I was like, when did we start the show? So we started the podcast in May. We have an amazing playlist. So go back if you're watching for the first time.
The podcast for the YGC Collective.
Yes. If you're watching for the first time, go back. The playlist is amazing. We had our conference on August 20th, which was National Latina Day. We had an amazing variety of panelists, speakers, sponsors. Everybody's been on the podcast except for the final cherry on top.
The grand finale.
Yeah. So today we're going to bring on our second grant winner. Every year, Yvette and I, when we put this event on, we want to give a female entrepreneur in one of our communities a grant because it's really hard to get money. And so we are going to introduce you to Nancy Maldonado, and she was the winner this year. So we're going to bring her on.
Okay, wait, before you do that, because I know we're going to get into all the things with Nancy, which is very important. But first of all, we do want to say thank you to all of the women in the Houston area because we meet and we do fun social things throughout the year. And so there were 3 leading events, and there were women who got to participate and donate towards the winner. Who obviously we had no idea who it was going to be. And then we put out there into the world that who wants to apply for the grant. And so it's an accumulation. It's all year round. And so we got to present it to Nancy this year. And now we can bring it.
Well, welcome, Nancy. Hi.
Hello. Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for having me.
I wish confetti could come down like, and the winner.
For everybody that was there, we loved the ugly cry because it was an ugly, pretty cry. And now that you're on, no, it was wonderful. Why don't you let everybody know who you are and what your company is and what you do?
My name is Nancy Maldonado, and I am the owner here at the Little Juice Shop. At the Little Juice Shop, we have cold pressed juices, smoothies, acai bowls, and just all things healthy.
And then tell them a little bit more about what you do there, because you're not just a juice shop. What else do you do?
Well, I started just with juice. I started out of my home kitchen initially, just making juice. Little bit after that, I started my business out of my home garage. That was 6 years ago. And so here in the past 9 months, I opened my first little brick and mortar, my little space here. So that allowed me to expand and make, other than just juice, I can now make smoothies, acai bowls, and just so much more healthy things. But like you said, just besides the juice and the healthy foods, I have also started hosting small events. Like they're very cozy, intentional little workshops. I have had yoga, meditation, sound bath. It's a space where ladies can come, even males, but mostly women come. And it's just a cozy, intimate space where I get to bring in other small business entrepreneurs. And just do what they love to do. So we've had so many different little events. And like I told you ladies before, that everything that I've done since the very beginning, I've done everything with my savings. I have never had any loans, anything other than help from just my family or my savings.
So wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, we get asked like, well, how do you guys delineate who the winner is? Why this person? And it's kind of hard. We do have a little rubric that we like try to follow because we want to be very unbiased to whoever it is. But for 2 years in a row now, what stood out so much to Gio and I were, one, everything that you just said. The grassroots part of it, obviously being Latina, that you're in Houston. But the golden part on all of this was that it wasn't just about you. And it wasn't just about the little juice shop. It was about you are also building a community of people that you want to support, that you want to reach out, that you want to have a space that other people can now come in. And that was kind of like the icing on the cake. It's like, it's the entrepreneur, it's the woman who's doing everything, but it's the woman who's doing everything with the heart of, I'm giving also back part of what I do to the community and the people around me. So I just don't want our viewers and listeners to miss that part, that it is incredible what you're doing. Juice and being healthy is super important. But the fact that you're already thinking, I want to open this up for other entrepreneurs and other people to have a safe space to come into as well.
Yes. Yeah, that was one of my dreams before. Like, just I always said when I have a space, I want to do things like this. Like, I want a space where I can just host yoga, meditation. These are things that I myself do daily. I do this because it helps. Because for me, besides that, of course, eating healthy is very important, but health is really it comes in many forms. Like, you have to be healthy, mind, body, soul. So that for me is huge, huge, huge. So yeah, it's allowing me to do this.
Which is also the collective. Like we talked about this year, it was health, it was business, it was also aging gracefully, it was talking about money. And like we as women sometimes, and Yvette and I are also, actually, I'm glad you said this earlier. Yvette and I also started a business without pulling a loan. And it's showing other women that it can be done, that it does take time. It took you, 6 years from home. Now you have a brick and mortar. And then it's not just about the product, right? It's about the person behind the product, what your intention, what your purpose is. And I think we've been very successful because it's not always been about Yvette and I. It's about the women that we coach, the women who maybe aren't ready for coaching but want to be part of a community. For the other women who feel lost or feel like I'm the only one going through this, the collective has also been a place where everyone can come no matter what season of life they're in and go, okay, I'm not by myself. Like all these other women are asking the same questions, Googling the same questions, or feeling the same way, but they haven't found a place to really talk about it. And so I love that although the little juice shop is intimate and cozy, that's where it starts and that's where you begin to grow your community. And then the little juice shop becomes bigger and bigger, not just from the brick and mortar side of it, but just community in general.
Yes, absolutely. And actually, I mean, I know that one of the questions is like, what am I doing with this money? So this is where this comes in. So recently, the space right next to my shop came vacant. So the money that you guys, I mean, which I'm so grateful for, is allowing me to put that towards that. And I'm expanding a little bit here. It's not huge, it's still small, but I'm expanding right next door where I get to host a little more of the yoga, the workshops that I want to do. So it's gonna be it's gonna be my little sanctuary, my little sanctuary.
Oh, my little
Yeah.
juice shop in my little sanctuary.
My little sanctuary.
So
So
amazing.
that's where the money is kind of going towards. It's gonna help me start it. I'm in communication with the landlord at the moment, and if everything goes well, we'll be getting it started, and I'll get to host more sound bath, meditations, yoga, you name it. There's so many things that I want to do. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you answered the last question because that was it. And it's funny because even from last year's grant winner, it's same thing. It's like using it to how do you grow your community. And so it may not be for you, again, product or more, a bigger menu. It is the little now the little sanctuary can be
The
born.
little picture.
With
Yes.
money.
It's still connected because I mean, like the juice and everything goes, toward it's all part of it, health.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Well, I
that's
really hope that the people are listening that reach out to you and want to collaborate and and I'm going to believe and send all the vibes out there that's all going to work out, that it's going to be amazing, that people are listening, they're like, I want to reach out to you to continue to help support you. And if they're in that wellness space, that they're like, hey, is this an option? Even if you, of course, I'm thinking this way, rent it out.
yes.
Allow people to come in there, whatever it is. I think it's wonderful. And I just commend you. And it's
Thank you
beautiful.
so much. No, thank you, ladies, so much for everything that you guys do. I mean, it's amazing. This year, my word was intention, and everything that I do is intentionally, right? From the people that I collaborate with the people that I'm still friends with, like those special friendships, relationships, just everything has to be an intention. So that has been huge. And just when you guys reached out to me to apply for this, and I mean, it's just everything is just kind of like meant to be. So it's so coming very beautifully, and thanks to you ladies so much
Well,
for everything you do.
we thank you for taking the time to fill out the application, for telling your story.
Yeah.
We're going to close the show. What we're going to do is we're also going to, all your social media is there so people can follow you, but we'll add your address to your physical address so people can go. Your homework is going to be, once this is aired, and it's actually aired now, but once we post it, I want you to copy and paste your speech, because for the people that were at the collective that were there, you had a speech written that your sister told you to go ahead and write it, and then you didn't think you were going to win. And then
Yes.
we made you go back and get it so that you could read it. So I would love for you to post that and share that with our listeners and our viewers, because it is really important. You're an inspiration to other women who hopefully
Yeah.
next year will apply for the collective, because this is something that we're going to be doing every single year. And we obviously want it to get bigger and stronger and help more women in the Houston area.
Yes, absolutely. Just visualize and manifest. That's been my thing. Like the whole speech was manifested. Honestly, yeah.
Well,
So I won't.
your subconscious was ready for it, believe it
It
or not.
was, yeah, it was ready. Everything was telling me it's yours. It's gonna happen. But I have never won anything, and I've never applied for any grants or anything. So that's why I was like, oh my god. Like, I mean, I have a feeling that I can, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm sure there's so many other women out there doing amazing things. But yeah, it was meant to be.
Well, thank you for your time, for being an inspiration for what you're doing with the little juice shop. We're going to also manifest the little sanctuary being born soon. Thank you for being on, and we're going to close our show.
Thank you so much. Blessings to y'all.
Okay, I do want to listen. People are always like manifesting. I want everybody to hear the key word in what she just said is belief. You've got to believe that you have the ability to receive. And you could hear it wasn't perfect. It wasn't like she said, oh, I knew it was going to be mine. No, she said, I just had this belief that it could happen to me. That's all intention is. That all is just meditation, hoping, putting it out there. Like, I believe in myself. I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in what I'm providing for other people. I believe in this vision. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen, not because I'm so overly confident. It's because I have the belief to know that it can. Yes. It's that easy, and that's precious, and I love it. And thank you again to, speakers, sponsors, people who attended, the people who gave to the collective. It has been such an honor and a joy for Geo and I to put all this together, and serve really our community of women and provide a space for everybody to be elevated and everybody's voice to be heard.
Yes. And this is our final episode of this podcast. And it's also our final episode of the year. We will not be coming back until 2026, because just like we teach and we preach, we are beginning the end of Q4 really for us and closing out our year. So we're going to come back with some amazing things next year. But just know we have tons of tools and resources. Our book is available. That's a great way to start. Our previous podcast is available, which is also a great way to start. And if you just don't know where, call us.
And we're still coaching.
We're still coaching. Not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're just realigning, refocusing, and getting ready with more things to have for 2026. So until next year, you know how to find us. Bye.